to the rack. Like, damn, I'm talking about nothing like crazy fans on just catching the ball, turning the corner, driving straight to the rack, nobody coming at him, just dunking on your face. This is the playoffs, Indiana. Dude, the defense is terrible. Terrible. I don't know, man. I look at that Boston Celtics team, though, and I also still feel like, of course, they were hitting their three-pointer last night. You know? If they hit their threes, you're probably not going to stick with them. And, yes, they shot 40%, but damn, Tatum was shooting bricks. Brick after brick, man. Micah called him up and said thanks. 1 for 7 from downtown. Man, Hauser was out there. He was 0 for 4. They can even shoot better than that. Holiday, by the way, who's always an unsung hero. My man had 10 dimes last night. Plays ridiculous defense. Hit 3 of 4 from downtown.
And now you've got an injured Halliburton on the other side, which is something to keep an eye on. I know you're not a big fan of Halliburton, but a team's much better when he's healthy.
No, 100% I agree. And he does make that team go. He led the league in assists this year. He is a good ball player. And, again, it's hard. The longer the playoffs go on, because he's always smiling, he's kind of like, even when he's talking trash, it's kind of jovial. Do you know what I mean?
It's almost like goofy. It's like, what are you out there doing talking trash?
I can't
for?
help but like him.
A joy in your heart?
The entire game other than clutch time.
Sure.
Because we have to admit right now, and again, he's still young. He's not 25 years old yet. I mean, he's still one of those guys under 25 that we talk about with Ja and Ant and Halliburton. He is going to be one of the future guys, but in clutch, he's terrible.
Oh, John.
I
don't know if you saw this. You talk about players
I didn't.
under.
I'm sitting in a room by myself.
Well, no, this isn't breaking news or anything. You mentioned he's under 25. The Ringer put out their top 25 NBA players, 25 or under.
No, I did not.
Do you want to know, or do you want to guess where Tyrese Halliburton lists?
Oh my goodness. How many? Like, how long is the list?
25.
You said top 25, under 25.
Under 25, yep.
I would say he is better than mid.
Okay. He's certainly in the top
I would say
half.
10. He's like 9 or 10.
Ja Morant is number 10. He's tied. Ja Morant and Zion are tied for 10th.
Okay. Where's Tyrese?
5.
Child, please.
Here's your top 10 for you if you're curious. Victor Wembanyama, number 1.
Well, you know what? I will not argue with Victor and
hard.
what this shot blocking machine, pterodactyl looking thing coming through the lane.
Pterodactyl looking thing.
Bro, it's like elbows and wings. He looks like he's about to fly.
He does.
He's so tall. He doesn't really jump. He just kind of glides across the floor. Nasty.
You're right about that. So it's Victor Wembanyama, number 1. Ant Edwards, 2. SGA, 3. Luka, 4. We already said Tyrese Halliburton, 5.
Damn, bro. Hold on, man. That top 4 is freaking cold.
It's nasty. Tyrese Maxey, number 6. Chet Holmgren, number 7.
Hold on. Who was 5?
Halliburton.
Halliburton is 5.
5.
Okay, go with the top 6 real quick. One thing does not belong. Do you know what it is?
Tyrese Halliburton.
Bro, we're sandwiching him between Luka and who was 6?
And Maxey.
And Tyrese Maxey? Cho, please.
Chet is number 7.
Maxey's actually too high, too.
Yeah, I agree with that. 8 is Jalen Williams, the good Jalen Williams.
The one for Oklahoma City,
Well,
not the Arkansas Jalen Williams.
Well, they're both at Oklahoma City right now. Though.
I mean, yeah, they are. I meant the non-Arkansas.
Yes,
St.
correct.
Mary's.
Santa Clara.
Santa Clara. It started with an S.
You're in same conference, John. Number 9 is Paulo, and then, like I said, tied for 10 are Zion and Ja.
Man, that's some disrespect for Ja and Zion.
That's what a lot of people have been saying. Even Damian Lillard tweeted out, like, Ja number 10?
Yeah, Ja 10 is nuts. I mean, I hate to say this. I like Maxey a lot.
I do too, but I think he's a little high.
Tyrese Halliburton as like just a human being and a funny dude, just kind of goofy, kind of like him. But no, man, his game ain't clutch.
Maybe top 5 goofy NBA players.
Bro, do you not remember what Ja did in the playoffs not too long ago? It was like a year and a month ago when he had like a 40-point game and shot a. Man, what was his shooting percentage?
That's
in that
my
game?
argument. Is that Ja's year off this season because I know he played a couple games. We can call it a year off.
He's gonna come back and he is
people
going
have
to
forgotten about him. that kind of you're still playing, I'm seeing you every night has definitely helped a lot of guys, I think, in front of Ja.
Well, by the end next year, I can't wait for the Ringers.
The revenge tour. How about that?
Yeah, Ja's going to be dominant.
I'm with you.
I am down with that. Man, we've been talking a little bit of hoops this morning, and again, we've been talking about the game we saw last night. Don't forget, tonight it's Friday night. I know I'm not going to be seeing this game. I'm going to be...
You're going to be panicking it
I'm
up.
going to be wiggling in a panic. You know, I ate these. Have you ever had these mushrooms?
Is T-Money going to be wiggling with you this weekend?
Hell no. T-Money don't wiggle. Can you see?
He always talks about wiggling.
No, yeah, because he knows my crowd. Like, he'll be out crappie fishing.
Good for him.
Drinking Tito's, hammered, and looking at gambling, probably watching WNBA games or whatever.
Give him your account information. He can make bets for you while you're wiggling.
No, I actually withdrew all the money out of my
Good for you, John.
accounts last night after the action, and I'm doing everything to keep my phone for my. You will not be able to get in touch with me this weekend, by the way, people.
Oh, jeez.
My phones will be in a drawer.
Depending on how this weekend plays out for me, that is a massive fear.
I'm going to give you great instructions going into when I leave here today, which will hopefully be right after the show. You're going to have great instructions, Dacus.
Lovely.
And I'm going to give y'all a whole lot of instructions. We got the Mavericks. We got the T-Wolves. We got to break down the Eastern and Western Conference Finals. We got Jay Ham, the historian. Going to ask him about the Ringers' top 10, 25. Ja tied with Zion at number 10, please. Under 25, we're craziness. But we'll bring on the historian. He knows a little bit more than I do. Don't touch the dial. Sports 56, 98.5 FM.
Broadcasting from the Family Leisure Studio, we are Sports 56 and 98.5 FM.
Looking for sports in all the wrong places? Try the Owner's Box Sports Bar and Grill in Lakeland Town Square. Fun, friendly, exciting, and comfortable with wall-to-wall TVs for all your favorite games, 24 taps for all your favorite beers, including NA and local craft beers, and an in-front-of-the-wall full bar for all your other favorite beverages, including a full wine list. Add in an upscale menu, patio seating, daily specials, and events, and you found all your sports in the one right place. The Owner's Box Sports Bar and Grill in Lakeland Town Square, Highway 70.
There are many real estate companies out there, but then there's Banyan Tree Realtors on the Collierville Town Square. There are hands-on, family-owned boutique real estate companies whose agents have been offering exceptional attention to their clients for over 40 years. In an ever-changing world, Banyan Tree continues to maintain a small-town personal charm while providing a worldwide connection through its internet marketing presence. Personal service will never go out of style at Banyan Tree Realtors. Their agents are people you can trust, offering service you deserve. From residential homes to commercial properties, farmland, land lots, and historical houses, Banyan Tree has the expertise you can rely on. So if you're downsizing, upsizing, moving in, or moving on, give Banyan Tree Realtors a call today. Craig Smith and Mary Jean Smith and their agents are ready to serve you. Call today at 901-620-8920 or 901-359-2520.
Rick's Powder Coating for a beautiful finish every time. Rick's Powder Coating specializes in automotive, ornamental, residential, and industrial coating. With 2 conveyor lines and the largest batch ovens in the Mid-South, Rick's can accommodate all of your powder coating needs. Locally owned and operated since 2002, Rick's Powder Coating will customize a beautiful finish just for you. Drop by or call to see how Rick's Powder Coating can bring color to your life. 901-367-2771 or rickspowdercoating.com.
It's time to get to Gossett Kia on the Pike so Bobby J can put you in your new Kia today. Want summer fun and 41 MPG? We Gossett with 2024 Kia Forte LXS. $199 a month, $34.99 due at signing. How about 282 miles of EPA estimated range with new 2023 Kia EV6 Win, $249 a month. Get extra room and extra fun with 2024 Kia Telluride LX, $357 a month. Both $39.99 due at signing, all 24-month lease plus 0% APR for 48 months available on the all-new Kia EV9. And peace of mind with Kia's 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty. So hurry to Gossett Kia, 1900 Covington Pike, online, KiaCovingtonPike.com.
If you want it, we got it at Gossett Motor Cars.
rebates and incentives. Price excludes 695 PF. Lease includes PF 695, 650 acquisition fee, ED6, P5610964, MSRP 50,200, Telluride RG 510,849, MSRP 38,305, 4Pay LXS RE 78169, MSRP 21,820. Must finance through Hyundai. Excludes tax title license. See dealer for complete details. Offer valid through 5/31/2024 with approved credit. Dealer stock only.
Jenkins Floors and More invite you to their retail warehouse where they pass wholesale savings on to you. Jenkins Floors in Little Rock, Cleveland, Mississippi, and opening June 1st in Horn Lake at 2356 West Goodman Road. Specializing in flooring and carpeting, tile, plantation shutters, and blinds, Jenkins makes your life easy with a 2-week turnaround. Contractors, builders, or family projects, call 662-469-9350 for a free estimate. Owners Timmy and Rebecca Jenkins say hello to Sports 56 fans and look forward to your business.
If you love sports and Mexican food, you can get the best of both at Los Cabos Mexican Bar and Grill on Summer near Graham. Watch all the big games on all the big TVs on all the walls at Los Cabos and enjoy premium tequila shots anytime for just $5.50. Celebrate every day with lunch specials from 10 to 3 and happy hour from 3 to 8. Lunch is just $6.75 to $10.99 and margaritas start at $3.99. Experience real Mexican cuisine along with great sports at Los Cabos on Summer near Graham.
Ole Miss Rebel Yell is back. The Rebel Yell Hotline Radio Show is back on WHBQ Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. Every Monday night at 6, hear the latest news on your Ole Miss Rebels with Yancey Porter with 24/7 Sports, former Ole Miss defensive tackle Mike Fitzsimmons, Gordon Ford covering SEC Sports Call, and former Ole Miss baseball announcer Gary Darby. From kickoff to free throw to extra innings, your Ole Miss Sports on the Rebel Yell Hotline Show. Right here Monday night at 6 on Sports 56, 560 AM and 98.5 FM. Your Mid-South Sports Station.
All the wisdom of the universe is in these bones.
Now back to Sports 56 Happy Hour on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. Here once again, Johnny Radio.
Welcome back to a little Sports 56 Happy Hour. I'm your buddy Johnny Radio. It's a happy Friday in the Mid-South. Widespread Panic's going to be in town tonight and tomorrow night. Everybody's going to be wiggling, getting down, going crazy. Hopefully the weather. By the way, does anybody know what the weather's going to be like?
I can give you a weather update.
Give me a weather update.
Let
Is
me
it going
do
to be
my
raining tonight? I mean,
forecasting.
I don't really care.
Let me put up my forecasting. Well, John, it looks like we have a maybe a small shower moving into the area around 2 o'clock, but it should get out of here. Temperatures in the 80s. Once that sun goes down around 6, 7 o'clock, the temperature will start to drop along with it. We should be in the mid-70s to low 70s as that sun goes down into nighttime with a low in the night of 69.
Dadgummit, what a good number. What a good night it's going to be. Like, I'm just telling you right now, I just can
That was
feel
not
it.
planned either. It literally just says the low of
Both
69.
20 and 69, all the widespread panic going down on a Friday night, man. It's going to be beautiful, man. I'm welcoming in my good buddy Jay Ham, but before I welcome in, I got to tell all you people out there, if you're going to Panic tonight and you're thinking to yourself, bro, but it's going to rain some more, the ground's wet, I need some boots. Well, you better head on down to Olive Branch, 5880 Goodman Road, down in Olive Branch. Head on down there, Frontier Western Store. They have all the fashions for the men, the women, and your children. They can dress your family and you from head to toe. They make you look styling and profiling. And again, they have the largest boot showroom on planet Earth. My buddy Matt, who's going with me tonight to Wiggle, 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 he went and got some new boots, but the pair of boots that he got before he got his new ones just, a month, maybe 2 months ago, he had for almost 20 years. He still has them. Boots last forever. You want to get the good ones. Frontier Western Store. And if you can't make it to Olive Branch, shop online at frontierwesternstore.com. What's up, Jay Hizzy?
What's up, man? First of all, shout out to Matt if we're talking about the same Matt. We
talking about the same Matt.
He gave me a follow on Facebook. He rock with me. So, and I see his post, too. He's a funny dude. I see where y'all get along.
Yeah. Talk about that. I hadn't made a post in 3 years, and the first one's about free burgers or something.
Right.
Oh, my goodness. The historian's in the house, Jay Ham, the historian. Tell everybody where they can find you.
YouTube.com/at 94 Feet of Life. Also, you can find me on Facebook. I hang out on Facebook more so than Twitter. I really don't like social media at all. It's just one of those things. It's just kind of like a formality for me. So I picked the lane and I stayed with it. It is actually the Zuckerberg
Matt says
lane.
you're really good at the Facebook.
Shout out to Matt once again. Me and Matt, we're going to link up real soon, Matt. I ain't going widespread panic, though. Y'all be too crunk. It's a little too wild for me. I'm cool with that. I do like other groups though, like System of a Down and cats like that. I rock with those too.
All right, we'll
Down
get
with a little toxicity.
we'll get a little something planned up here. But man, I got to ask you a simple question, man. Before we went to the break, my good buddy, producer, and host from 3 to 6, Brian Dacus on Sports. Yeah, the great Brian Dacus. Let me know about a top 25 under 25 NBA players. Did you hear this?
I didn't look at it, but I heard about it.
I was just delivered the list as of probably 15 minutes, not even 15 minutes ago.
Right.
And I was shocked. One, the top 4 is so cold-blooded, it's not even funny. The top 4.
Victor, who else?
Victor was 1. Number 2 was Ant. Number 3 was Shea. And number 4 was Luka.
There you go.
And it's all
20 dudes, the top 25 under 25 years old.
The thing, all of it is not. I'm not even gonna say this from a bad standpoint, but it's prisoner of the moment.
Man, my butt, you're not a prisoner of the moment with Victor.
Because
you can see the future with the unicorn.
2 years ago, 12 was number 1.
Well, no. This is where the problem this is what I have the problem.
This
with the
time
list.
2 years ago in the playoffs,
12 was 1.
12 was 1.
And I agree. Okay, now when you say it in that aspect, Victor, like a prisoner of the moment, I'm going to agree though. Wemby won. Mm-hmm. I can't argue with Ant.
No, I don't argue with none of it.
The top 4, I'm not going to argue at all. Here's where I got a problem.
I don't have a problem with Halle at 5. He was there all year, John. Just based on that. Even with the time that he was injured, he was out for that while, and it stunted him from being, on the All-NBA and the whole thing, but he was available.
It's top 25 under 25, not top 25 under 25 for 2024.
I got you.
Because Ja wouldn't even be in the top 10. And this is where it just kind of, I guess, irks me a little bit because I love Maxey. I like Halliburton a little bit. But, like, those two dudes, 5 and 6 over Ja is insanity to me.
Well, I mean, this is the narrative that people fall with because I also saw this week the same thing. When I saw that list being released, I saw it on Twitter. I don't tweet, but I read. I go through, I read stories, I read tweets. I kind of get to feel the energy out on Twitter. And, of course, this narrative has been going for a little bit that Ja fumbled the face of the league title.
He did fumble it.
I don't even look at that because I think you can have more than one for one. But on top of that,
you can, but you have to understand the hit that he took is not even funny.
The face of the league is cool, but when we get down to it, when they faced off in May, Memphis won, Minnesota 0. Memphis got the series win. I'm cool with all that face of the league stuff. That's great. But faces of the league, they get beat. It happens. So it's a cute title. It's something that, we can argue about as far as rankings, but this is why I don't do rankings, John.
But you have to also have to say give a little bit of credit because Ant's right now sitting here playing tonight.
Yeah, Ant's that dude. Yeah. I mean, it's just. But see, here's the thing with Ant. Ant fits it from an aesthetic standpoint. He's likable personality wise.
He flies.
He's 6'6".
He flies.
He flies.
Plays
he
both ends of the court.
He plays both ends. He's got the whole.
He doesn't have let's be real. I love Luka's game in one aspect, but his game is not aesthetically pleasing. It's not like when you watch him.
So I'm saying it's hard to watch.
You know what he is? He reminds me of when I was a young person. And I would go play, and there would be that old head up at the place that was a little bit bigger, fat, kind of, white,
right.
Had a headband on, and would just work me. Never went around me really, but would just step back on your face, hit you with some elbows, old school moves, and just by the end of the game, he destroyed you, and you hate him, and that's what Luka reminds me of. On the other hand, though, you look at like Ant, he is so fast from one end to the other. He can jump over people, dunk on your face. The block he has, still, remember when he hit his head on the damn the backboard?
Right.
Like he has those Michael Jordan air moments. Like he gets up.
I'm annoyed with the continuous he's Jordan's son thing because I don't like doing it the next this. If I do it, it's tongue-in-cheek and fun, but these cats have driven it up 385, with the whole deal. And
they better be careful of taking your life in hand getting on 385,
You see what I'm saying?
Did I tell you last Friday? It was a week ago today. Last Friday, I hopped on 385. I was heading to the crib. And all of a sudden, I'm slamming on the brakes. All the cars are slamming on the brakes in front of me. My man gets out of the car, pulls out a gun, starts shooting at the other dude in the car. I was like, damn, bro. It's like 3 o'clock on a Friday. That was last Friday when I was going home.
What?
I didn't tell you that?
No.
I heard about that incident.
Man, I was like 20 feet from it going, dude, please, I just want to go home.
That's wild.
Taking road rage to another level. So that's what I sorry to get off. You mentioned 385. My bad.
It just fit at the time. You know?
But yeah, they taking it. They are taking it. They looking great.
I think my thing with it, though, is like, let the kid be himself. He's establishing his own identity, his own lane. Sure, there's some similarities there, but then just this time last year, y'all was saying the same thing about Jimmy Butler. He's Jordan's son.
You know what, man? Like, let me tell you something. What if I want everybody to be Jordan's son? Hey, Jordan's real son, you know what? How you like me now, Larsa Pippen and Scotty?
Well, here's the thing with that. It's like he had 2 sons. They just weren't good enough to do
true.
that.
That's damn true. You know what? That's the problem. No, not trying to knock. Hey, Marcus is doing his thing right now. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, I mean, whatever's whatever, you know. But it's that dude. But, you know, when it comes to those lists, John, I don't even like to look at them because we as a people, we have a tendency to critique them. And as opposed to critiquing it, I'm looking at it as a sign of respect. It's like, yo, you took the time out to compile that list and to arrange it, put it in order. It takes time, and that's pretty annoying. And
Chet was ranked higher than Ja.
So when I see
he's in the worst
lists,
commercial in the history of the world.
When I see these lists, I don't know if you remember the last time Eddie Murphy hosted Saturday Night Live a couple years ago. It was like his return.
I don't.
Right
I don't remember that.
It was right around the holidays. It's probably like 2021, maybe something like that, or 2022. Well, I took a photo from that.
Did he do butt wheat?
I don't even remember. I didn't even watch the episode. I just took a photo when I saw him on Twitter, and I made a meme out of it, which really applies to these lists and how people, you know, when they make their own rankings list and all that, and people want to critique it, it's pretty much just this simple.
Make your own damn list.
Your own damn list. You can make a list and I can butcher you about it. Hey, this guy should be 3. This guy, no, I'm going to take that time. You know what? I like what you did right here, John, but I'm going to spin it around. I'm going to make it mine.
Man.
Not be disrespectful to you and your work. That's just me, though. That's how player the historian rolls.
That's how the historian rolls. All right, now I got to ask you. What in the hell did Rick Carlisle do in game 1? How is it you're up with the basketball? You 1 second, 2 second, 3 second. You could tell Nembhard was about to screw something up, and you don't call the timeout to advance the ball forward. Terrible. That's not even the cardinal sin. The cardinal sin, though, was after you turn the ball over, you're still up 3 with 10 seconds. And you don't switch to protect the three-point line, go ahead. If they want to throw the ball underneath and dunk the basketball and get a 2, get a 2. But because they were going to foul anyway. That's the other thing. They said that once they threw the ball in, they wanted to foul. But if you catch the ball in the court at the three-point line and he's about to go in a shot, you can't foul a guy who's about to shoot a 3. Spicy B had to stop up, and Jaylen Brown nailed it. If McConnell just veers out, if you switch.
I can't do that.
Dude, he's always going to be Spicy P.
I can't call nobody grown spicy.
Dude, hey, man.
Especially a dude, I'm just saying. But you know what that play reminded me of? It reminded me of...
You know what? It reminded me of watching a person crumble underneath the pressure, and that was Rick Carlisle.
This is why it's actually one of these where it's like, I'm not defending Rick. I'm just going to say that it happens to the best of them. You remember when the Pistons beat the Lakers in 2004?
Yes.
The one game that the Lakers won, they had to go get it in overtime, and Kobe had to send it in overtime because they left Rip on them and they didn't switch Tayshaun over.
Rip Tip, yep. Rip Hamilton, baby.
And that
Rip
was a
Tip.
failed adjustment by the Hall of Fame, all-time great, Larry Brown. They won the series. They would have swept the Lakers if they had made that adjustment process.
Yeah, but Rick Carlisle, that was game 1, and that was like your opportunity right there to make a statement. And now you're down 0-2 heading home and got whipped.
It's a different spin with Rick because Rick's got a young team he's trying to learn to win with. Well, he's trying to get them to learn to win. Rick knows how to win. He's won before. He's been on the winner as a player. He's won as a coach.
Rick knows how to win. He does.
Rick's got one of the landmark finals victories in the history of the finals, especially in our lifetime because they beat the Heatles, and they gave LeBron the worst final series performance ever. He was a large part of that. Him and Dwayne Casey, another coach who has been maligned a lot. It's like they devised a scheme to get that done. So it's just one of those where it's like they're going to make the great ones. They're going to make the great moves and great adjustments. They're going to have those blunders and brain farts too. It kind of comes with the territory. But the criticism is valid.
Criticism is valid, but I do have to give him some credit. Rick did, after the ball game, say 100% that loss is on.
He owned it. That's what
he owned it. And I got to say, I respect the hell out of that. He didn't put blame. He didn't act like he was in Congress or a politician or something. What are you talking about? I didn't do nothing.
He owned it,
He owned it like a grown-ass man.
And it's like he understands the ramifications of it. His team is young. The fact that they really don't play any defense, but they put so much pressure on you to stop them.
But that also, though, like the whole pace that they play at, they don't value possessions. And in crunch time, when possessions mean so much, they don't know how to run the half court, and they're loosey-goosey with the basketball and turn that junk over. So, again, it's great. They are regular season superstars. They are good for 3 quarters. They are good for 43 minutes. But the final 5 minutes of that game.
Let's put it in perspective. This is a 6 seed in the East.
Okay, you know what? Quit bringing me some truth bombs, bruh. Back off of me.
Think about it, though. The Bucks were in disarray, but talent-wise, the Bucks were the better team.
I mean, hey, they went through a Bucks team with no Giannis, Dame at the end, and they also went through a New York team that literally was decimated with injuries, and they are here.
They did what they're supposed to do.
They've done what they're supposed to do, so I guess I got to give them a little bit of credit.
So it's just one of them.
But I love also just making fun of Boston because it always seems like they're going Boston it up. They're going to screw things up.
And that's what's fun is they're the most veteran team here, and they still a young team too, Boston.
Yeah, that's true. We got to take a quick time out because we got to talk about Jason Kidd and old Chris Fitch on the other side, this Minnesota series, what's going down, Kyrie and Luka. We're back with the historian in 2 shakes. Don't forget, 12 o'clock, we got David Deal, 2-time Super Bowl champ. Sports 56, 98.5 FM.
Start your day with Sports 56 Mornings with Greg Gaston and Eli Savoy. Weekday mornings from 7 to 10, right here on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM.
Extraordinary events come once in a blue moon, and right now, even the most extravagant luxuries are well within reach. The one and only May sale is back at Sissy's Log Cabin, and you can save up to 50% on nearly everything in the store. This is your chance to get the service, selection, and experience that makes you feel like family at the best prices of the year, guaranteed. Don't miss the one and only May sale at Sissy's Log Cabin, because life's too short for ordinary jewelry.
Are you aware? It's patio season. Family Leisure sure is. That's why they have factory direct pricing on swimming pools, spas, and even, yes, patio furniture. Yes, sir, it's indeed patio season. So come by Family Leisure and check out all the brand new 2024 patio furniture sets. And with patio season here, you know that pool season will be here before you even know it. So buy now to get in line for your pool installation and get pre-season pricing. Plus, you could save $1,000, $2,000, $3,000, even up to $5,000 on all spas and swim spas. Family Leisure has got special pricing on all in-stock saunas, theater seating, pool tables, and even outdoor kitchens. I love it when it's patio season because of all the fantastic deals that Family Leisure makes available just for you. Family Leisure, Whitten Road at I-40, where family and fun come together.
East Memphis Ace Hardware is more than just a hardware store. It's really a customer service store. With 20 employees along with complete inventory of items, big to little, finding what you need is easy. Choosing from a complete selection of Big Green Egg as well as Traeger and Weber grills. And the Garden Center has everything for your yard. You can get glass cut, repair screens, even new keys with key fob programming. Tools, nuts, bolts, screws, you need it. East Memphis Ace Hardware has it. And they're just down the street at the corner of Quince and White Station.
Hewlett & Dunn Boot and Clothing Company, we have it all. From handmade Amish leather belts, fine and casual clothing, boots, casual boots, work boots, fancy boots, and even safety-toed boots. Lots of cowboy hats to choose from, even Nebo lights, good-looking duck head dress shirts, duck head caps, shorts, and pants. Tons of jeans from Ariat, Wrangler, Devil Dog, and Kimes Ranch jeans. At Hewlett & Dunn, we have a great selection of Old South t-shirts and caps. Fine clothing from dress to casual to Sunday best. Enjoy choosing from UFO's orthopedic-approved shoes. Hewlett & Dunn Boot and Clothing Company. Boots of every size, every color, every skin. Great quality Western, work, and safety toe boots. Hewlett & Dunn Boots and Clothing Company. 111 North Center Street, Collierville. Hewlett & Dunn. Hewlett & Dunn, serving you and your family since 1961.
As the seasons change, so does the need for reliable home comfort. It's time to turn to the experts with Choates, where your family's comfort is our top priority. Right now, Choates is making it easier than ever to upgrade your home's climate control with our exceptional Carrier systems. There's never been a better time to enhance your comfort. Select from incredibly low monthly payments, 36 months no interest financing, or choose our $1,650 Cool Cash rebate instead and lower the upfront cost on select Carrier systems. It's not just savings, it's Cool Cash in your pocket. Low monthly payments, no interest financing, or Cool Cash rebates? Whatever you choose, you're choosing quality, reliability, and the trusted service of Choates. Call us today at 347-8086 or visit ChoatesHVAC.com to learn more about these incredible savings. But hurry, these deals are as fleeting as a cool breeze on a hot day. Choates, let our family serve your family.
Uncorked flavor. Corky's Barbecue.
Hi, this is Jimmy Stovall with Corky's Barbecue. We have been serving up our legendary barbecue for more than 39 years, right here in Memphis, Tennessee. Whether you're dining in, picking up in our drive-thru, or serving our famous barbecue at your office or home, with Corky's Party Pack, you are the hit of the party. Barbecue pulled pork, baked beans, coleslaw, barbecue sauce, and buns, starting at only $8.49 per person. And as you know, we send plenty of food. You never have to worry about running out with Corky.
Uncorked flavor. Corky's Barbecue.
Hi, this is Jimmy Stovall with Corky's Barbecue. We have been serving up our legendary barbecue for more than 39 years, right here in Memphis, Tennessee. Whether you're dining in, picking up in our drive-thru, or serving our famous barbecue at your office or home, with Corky's Party Pack, you are the hit of the party. Barbecue pulled pork, baked beans, coleslaw, barbecue sauce, and buns, starting at only $8.49 per person. And as you know, we send plenty of food. You never have to worry about running out with Corky.
Let's get nuts. Now, back to Sports 56 Happy Hour on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. Here once again, Johnny Radio.
Welcome back to a little Sports 56 Happy Hour. I'm your buddy Johnny Radio. It is a Friday. Widespread panic is in town. It's Memorial Day weekend. Everybody's got that buzz with a little 3 days off. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
I'm fired up. And all these NBA heads, like this old NBA head right now, you got a little Western Conference Finals action tonight. Mavericks, T-Wolves. We saw the Mavericks, Kyrie, and my man Luka absolutely dominate Game 1. The performance Kyrie had, especially in that first quarter, it was beautiful. My man was buck wild. Like like seeing again, watching Luka play is like monster trucks. Watching Kyrie is like IndyCar. You know what I'm saying?
I like that.
Like it's two totally different styles,
together,
but
that's
they're
a good
working.
balance, though.
That's what I'm saying. It's working. And I didn't think Jay Kidd could do this. And I got to know truthfully, getting P.J. Washington and Gafford, if they didn't get these two pieces at the trade deadline, this team isn't here, are they?
I agree. They got better. They got better at the deadline, but this is one of those examples where you get better and it don't have to be with a box office name. You just get the right pieces that you need, the complementary pieces that you need to really tie all those ends together. But that Dallas team, it's like the perfect fit for Jason Kidd because you got to think about it. It's a point guard. He's got 2 point guards in his starting lineup that he's starting. Then he's got other dudes on his bench that play make as well. It's like we don't really talk about the playmaking ability of Tim Hardaway Jr.
Man, Tim Hardaway Jr. is kind of hard to talk good about him after his last few performances.
Right.
But I do know what you're trying to say. It is there.
It's there. And then he's been out and injured, so he's really off rhythm and the whole
He's
deal.
been off rhythm the whole
You know
time.
what I'm saying? But he showed a few flashes in that prior series with the Clippers. It was like, okay, glad to have him back. But just the confidence and the IQ, I see a lot of that. I see a lot of J. Kidd's IQ through his team, just in how they play. My man Lively is, he's a Duke kid.
Well, here's the thing that doesn't make any sense to me. How is it that Gafford and Lively owned Rudy Gobert?
Well, they just had a rough night.
I mean, Rudy Gobert, Naz Reid played great, to be honest with you. He kept the he kept the Timberwolves up in that. He hit threes, he blocked shots, he had that huge steal right there.
That's a hooping dude, man.
Like, damn, man. I love me some Naz Reid, but
I still think they win the series. Minnesota.
You do think they still win the series?
I still think they win the series, but as you alluded to right before the break, it might come down to Kidd versus Finch. And adjustments that maybe need to be made.
And Mike Inori also, who's, like Chris Finch is communicating through Mike Inori because of the injury. And they're doing a great job, and I got to give them credit and everything. But J. Kidd, man, like, I'll be honest with you. I've never given him the respect I guess he deserves.
I always have because I was a fan of him as a point guard, but then I also looked at him as a point guard like his high IQ is too high. He would be a great coach, especially if he can get it to where he can get the message across. As long as he's not an a-hole about it, he'd be a great coach because his whole personality and demeanor is like, let's run. It's like you want to play with this dude. You want to be on the floor with this dude, and I would think you would want to play for this dude. Just because of the gems that you'll be able to get. It's like, in my opinion, he don't really get enough. We like to give Rick Jackson so much credit for what happened with Golden State.
We do.
Why not give J. Kidd that same credit for some of the development that Giannis had? Giannis does.
You know what? That's a really good point. We don't ever do that.
Giannis gives him that love.
But you know what? It's because J. Kidd didn't he didn't do games and everything and have that same basically soapbox that Mark Jackson did, I think, is one of those reasons. But the thing I got to say is it comes a lot back to Kyrie. I give J. Kidd, I think, more credit than I've ever given him because I've never seen a Kyrie like this. One, he's not in the media talking trash. He's not on his social medias getting in every single political flat earth.
Exactly
he's not doing anything to bring negative attention. He's not forcing his way out of there. Remember in Cleveland with the whole LeBron James situation, wanting to be the guy, the super team in Brooklyn, all the stuff in the middle. This Kyrie is doing the little things. This Kyrie is talking to his teammates and coaching them up and keeping them in the moment. And let me tell you something, a lot of that has to do with J. Kidd.
Well,
because Kyrie did say that they've spent just as much time talking this year, and it's almost been like therapy than necessarily like actually spending the same time on the court trying to like each other and trying to get to the same goal, seeing the same vision.
A lot of that is that. A lot of that is just him just overall maturing. You remember him and Stephen A. had a little spat too? That was public for a while, and then Kyrie's dad was also involved in that. That got squashed out. Same way. They just talked it out. You got to keep in mind, this dude he's one of those dudes that came into the league at 19. And he came in with a boatload of talent, and this franchise who was, they were saying they were going to build around him, but then they get this coup. They get this other dude that they had once before who took them to the finals. He wants to come back home now. And you had some bumping of the heads in that. Those were growing pains as well, even with LeBron. And see, some of that stuff that him and LeBron was going through at that time, Kyrie was in the right, in my opinion. It's like, I understand where he's coming from. I understand where LeBron's coming from too, but I understand why Kai's taking the stance that he's taking. And in the end, when he wanted out, let's just be honest with you. We understand why he wanted out of Cleveland, but also at the same time, they lied to him. You told him you were going to do something, and you did pretty much the opposite. Granted, you got a championship out of it. And this is the coolest part of me about Kyrie. He won a championship, and he didn't have to change who he was as a player. He won a championship being Kyrie Irving. They couldn't win without him being Kyrie Irving. That game where him and LeBron went for 41 and 41. Yep. Come on now.
Don't forget the shot.
And the biggest shot in the history of the NBA Finals, in my opinion. You won't find a bigger shot. Coming back from 3-1 in the whole 73-win team, that was the most historical season in NBA history.
Yep.
Steph went 400 threes, he averaged 30, all kind of stuff happened.
And it ended all on a 3 from
right.
Kyrie.
Kobe went home that year, all of that. All of that was in one season, and Kyrie hit the biggest shot of that. Fast forward years later, now he's a bad teammate. He's saying this, that, and
oh, man, everything got, everything,
right.
Nobody talked about Kyrie on the court anymore. It was always about Kyrie the head case, Kyrie the cancer, Kyrie the problem.
But you know what?
And now Kyrie's the answer.
In some ways, like it is with Ja, they will kind of let it leak back over into the court and discredit what's happening on the court, even though you can't really discredit it. You see what I'm saying? It's like Josh still that dude on the court. Kai's still that dude on the court, regardless of what y'all think about it. Now, where Ant messed up the other night was like, Ant, it ain't just you talking about this, about taking the challenge. He looks for stuff like that. Kyrie, that is. You want to guard this dude? Oh, he was waiting on you to hear that. He was waiting on somebody. Now you woke him up. Now he becomes what I call KitchenAid Kyrie. KitchenAid, he putting you in the KitchenAid mixer. Ant was tired the other night. It's just what it was. He had to chase this dude. Bigger defenders, Kyrie looking forward to.
Listen, let me tell you something. Ant-Man was exhausted from chasing Kyrie on the offensive end. And Kyrie is in unbelievable condition.
Yes, you might need to let Nick chase him for a little while. Let Jaden chase. But late game execution by Dallas got the win.
I mean, it was actually like Kyrie had one of the biggest defensive performances, and what I mean by it is because Ant-Man was so exhausted, he only scored one time inside the three-point line, and that's because he had no legs from chasing Kyrie.
Got legs, Kai stay low, slide your feet. Basic defensive stuff. He going to either make or miss. If he ain't got no legs, the chances of him missing are great. It's just what it is. That's going to be another fun. I hope we know what we need 9 games for that series.
Man, I'm down with that. This is going to be a fun one. Tell everybody where they can find you.
YouTube.com/at 94 Feet of Life. We did a conference finals preview the other night. It's up. Check that out. We did about 32 minutes. Just ran it down. Talked some good stuff. Dropped some good gems about how Minnesota got here mentally and how they mentally matured through hardships and the whole deal. We'll talk about it another time, though. I can do it on the show another time, too.
My man. He is Jay Ham. Give him a follow at 94 Feet of Story and listen to him every single Friday and make sure you get some of his baked goods. They're straight up fire.
Yes, sir. Ham's homemade. Shout out. Holla at us.
Holla at your boy. Also, don't forget Rick's Powder Coating, man. Let me tell you something. If you want a beautiful finish every time, Rick's Powder Coating specializes in the automotive, residential, industrial. They have 2 conveyor lines, the largest batch ovens in the Mid-South. Rick's can accommodate all of your powder coating needs. Locally owned and operated since 2002, Rick's Powder Coating will customize a beautiful finish just for you. Drop by or call Rick's Powder Coating. Give them a call at 901-367-2771 or go to rickspowdercoating.com. David Deal, 2-time Super Bowl champion. He's on the other side, Sports 56, 98.5 FM.
Throw away the key. There's someone in my head, but it's not me. And if the cloud presents thunder in your ear.
Hey everybody, is your family road trip ready for summer? All-Star Chevy right here in Olive Branch is ready with your Silverado, Tahoe, or Suburban. And get up to 30 miles per gallon with your new All-Star Chevy Equinox or Trailblazer. Financing down to 1.9 and no payments for a full 90 days of summer. All-Star Chevy has a great deal on new 24 Blazer EVs. Get charged up for this 36-month lease on a Blazer EV at just $369 a month. Only $2,500 down and the usual tax, title, and license. For details, ask any sales sales consultant. And I'm looking at a ton of Silverados out here in Olive Branch. Discounts up to $10,500 and 1.9 financing. College students and grads, military teachers, healthcare. You get an extra $500 bonus. You want pre-owned? Everything you want is here. All the Jeeps and trucks and even your Corvette. And as we celebrate Memorial Day, our friends at All-Star Chevy asked me to remind everyone to remember all those who have made the ultimate sacrifice serving our country. Together, let's drive to All-Star Chevy in Olive Branch today or go to allstarautogroup.com.
The 36th annual John Bull Bramlett Memorial Golf Classic is Tuesday, May 28th. This summer, Great Memphis Fellowship of Christian Athletes, or FCA, will have over 1,000 student athletes and coaches participating in camps. The funds raised from this golf tournament help send athletes to camp where they learn more about their sport as well as learning leadership skills while hearing the gospel of Jesus. For registration and sponsorship information, please visit memphisfca.org or email memphisfca@fca.org.
There are many real estate companies out there, but then there's Banyan Tree Realtors on the Collierville Town Square. There are hands-on, family-owned boutique real estate companies whose agents have been offering exceptional attention to their clients for over 40 years. In an ever-changing world, Banyan Tree continues to maintain a small-town personal charm while providing a worldwide connection through its internet marketing presence. Personal service will never go out of style at Banyan Tree Realtors. Their agents are people you can trust, offering service you deserve. From residential homes to commercial properties, farmland, land lots, and historical houses, Banyan Tree has the expertise you can rely on. So if you're downsizing, upsizing, moving in, or moving on, give Banyan Tree Realtors a call today. Craig Smith and Mary Jean Smith and their agents are ready to serve you. Call today at 901-620-8920 or 901-359-2520.
Includes all rebates and incentives. Price excludes $695 PF. Lease includes PF $695. $650 acquisition fee. EV6 P5610964. MSRP $50,200. Telluride RG510-849. MSRP $38,305. Forte LXS RE78169. MSRP $21,820. Must finance through Hyundai. Excludes tax title and license. See dealer for complete details. Offer valid through 5/31/2024 with approved credit. Dealers only. I got Jeff Allen on the line to hear about some crazy deals happening at Gossett Kia South Mount Moriah.
Randy, I'd love to give all our customers our best deal. 2024 Kia Forte LXS gets 41 MPG Highway, $199 a month, $34.99 due at signing. 282 miles EPA estimated range will get you where you want to go in the 2023 Kia EV6 Win, $249 a month, plus a 2024 Telluride LX, $357 a month. Both $39.99 due at signing and 24-month lease.
And 0% for 48 months on 2024 EV9 and peace of mind with a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty.
So whether you live in Horn Lake, South Haven, Olive Branch, or Memphis, we'll make you happy at Gossett Kia South on Mount Moriah.
Moving is stressful, but Black Tie Moving can take the worry out of the process. Whether you're moving across town or across country, moving your home or your office, your personal moving concierge from Black Tie Moving will work with you to design a plan that perfectly fits your budget and needs. And they're available 24/7 to answer any questions you have. Give Black Tie Moving a call at 901-316-6196 or go to blacktiemoving.com/Memphis to get your personal, no obligation quote from the moving experts at Black Tie Moving.
Hot wings. What's your favorite flavor? The Crazy Coop, America's premier wing destination, has 32 delicious flavors to choose from and counting. Like the Crazy Lemon Twist, a savory, zesty, and citrusy taste of fresh lemon twist. The Jalapeno Cheddar, an acidic and spicy flavor completed with a burst of sharp cheddar. Or Crazy Sweet Heat, tangy sweetness followed by the heat. And that's just 3 of the amazing 32 chicken wing seasonings that you can get at the Crazy Coop in Bartlett at 7199 Stage Road. Some like it hot. How about the Crazy Sweet Lemon Pepper Hot or Crazy Suicide? Can't take the heat? Get the 4-cheese roasted garlic or barbecue bacon bourbon. Ask about the Crazy Coop Special. Choose from 3 whole wings or 6 party wings, fries, and drink, all for just $9.99. Now those are some crazy good prices. The Crazy Coop, 7199 Highway 64 between Appling and Kirby Whitten. Family owned and operated, The Crazy Coop, America's premier wing destination.
We are Sports 56, WHBQ Memphis, and W253DF Memphis, Flynn Broadcasting Stations.
but you got to be willing to take the hit and not pointing fingers saying you ain't where you want to be because of him or her or anybody. Cowards do that, and that ain't you. You're better than that.
Now, back to Sports 56 Happy Hour on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. This hour is brought to you by Tito's Vodka. Here once again, Johnny Radio.
Welcome back to a little Sports 56 Happy Hour. I'm your buddy, Johnny Radio. It is a Friday, and I'm fired up, man. I got widespread panic in town. A bunch of my homies are coming in. We're going to be partying like rock star, playing ball like all-stars, and, well, you know the rest. So I'm so excited, but I'm really stoked, man. Today's kind of special also, and it's in its own right because I got two-time Super Bowl champ David Deal. He protected Eli Manning's backside for all those years in those big Super Bowls, helped Tom Coughlin get them rings. Also played football in Illinois with Kurt Kittner. And this is almost a trivia question. Did you know Illinois won a Big Ten championship?
2001, baby.
Holy moly, that's right. That is David Deal right there. But I got to remind you, this whole hour is brought to you by the best, and that would be Tito's. You know the thing about a weekend that I like so much? The best part of waking up is Tito's in your cup. If life ever hands you lemons, don't freak out, don't fret, don't stress. Just make a lemon drop. Make sure it's with the best. That's Tito's handmade vodka, crafted and distilled in the United States down in Austin, Texas. 6 times distilled, then stilled in classic copper pots. Very unique flavor. Slightly sweet with that black pepper note. It balances everything out, whether you're crafting a cocktail or drinking it neat. Get your Tito's on today. Welcome to the program, David Deal. What's up, Big David?
I'm doing excellent. How are you?
Man, I am blessed. I'm fired up. I've got a million things to talk about. They go from all over, so this is going to be a very wide-ranging topics. We are the home of the Ole Miss Rebels.
Okay.
So everybody down in Oxford and all the Ole Miss fans who are listening are thinking to myself, thank you for protecting Eli Manning's backside. We love you. He's the greatest quarterback in the world. So I know I got a lot of people out there who are just absolutely love you, but Memphis fans, did you know that my man David Deal works over at the University of Memphis? In fact, you got Memphis football gear on right now. You've been at the athletic complex already today. You're fired up for a little Memphis football as well, aren't you?
No doubt about it. You know, just to start off, obviously not only just a teammate, but like a brother to me, Eli Manning. You know, played with him and started with him as a blindside for over 11 seasons, winning 2 Super Bowls. You know, not only just an unbelievable player on the field, but off the field. And, you know, to have that relationship, not only with him, but with all my teammates with the Giants, you know, it's unbelievable. So to think about that career and, you know, whether it's with Coach Coughlin, the offensive line, you know, to be one of 5 offensive lines in NFL history, to have 2,000-yard backs in the season. I mean, those things are unbelievable experiences. And, you know, the reason why I absolutely love coaching and I love my time here at the University of Memphis is to utilize all those experiences to help out the younger generation, you know, whether it's setting up goals for themselves, whether it's on the field work, whether it's stuff in the weight room, whether it's just seeing how people are and helping them in their daily lives, you know, not only athletically, but academically as well. You know, use football. Don't let football use you. And that's one of the great things that we do at the University of Memphis is we've got guys that graduate in 3.5 years. They get their degree. Guys that go on to get either their BA or go to master's. And those are the things that you absolutely love is to capitalize on your opportunity and maximize those to the best of your ability. Because we all know whether you're a high school athlete, a college athlete, a professional athlete, you're going to have an expiration date on you. And 99% of the time, somebody else is taking you off of the shelf. And you've got to be prepared for that next chapter in your life. And, you know, I just think back to my career. You know, I was a lifetime Giant from 2003 till 2014. And when I retired, I was the oldest guy in the locker room at 33 years old. You have a long life to live, and that's the same thing that we preach to these.
At the young age of 33 years old.
175 NFL starts, retired at 33 years old. Yeah.
You know, it doesn't look like it was hard for you because I know. No, not the NFL. No, this
Have you seen my hands here, John?
No. Yes, I've seen those hands, man. I'm not talking about. This is something like you. This is what I don't think was hard for you. I know young men who, when their high school career is over and they know they're never going to play again, they're a little bit lost. They don't know what to do with themselves. Mm-hmm. Kids go to college and then their college career is over. They're not playing anymore. They have no idea. We've seen it with NFL. Antonio Brown is just got done playing football and has already filed for bankruptcy and
Yep.
is not happy and is living out a crazy life. There's a lot of people who don't understand that there is something beyond football. And I feel that's kind of something that wasn't hard for you. And it looks like that you're bringing that to coaching and taking that experience, because it doesn't seem like football was your end-all, be-all, was it?
No, not at all. I mean, just talking about maximizing your opportunity. You said graduated from the University of Illinois, from the south side of Chicago. I'm no silver spoon, blue-collar family. And to be able to go there on a scholarship where other people would give their left arm to do that, you've got to give it everything you have. That was a university my parents wouldn't have been able to afford for me to go to. I graduated in 3.5 with my degree in communications. I got my master's in my last year and a half. I was drafted in the 5th round by the Giants as a 2-time academic or 5-time academic All Big Ten player, an All Big Ten football player on the field. Drafted by the New York Giants in the 5th round, and I was $1,500 in debt. That's how you maximize your experience, and that's what these guys have sitting right in front of them, because you're one hit, you're one play away from that being over with, and you've got to go from your body to your brain and maximizing something that's going to bring out that same passion, love, desire, and work ethic that it took you to get to that point that's going to be outside of football. And, for me, the reason why I absolutely love pouring into the program, pouring into the kids, is because a star wants to see themselves rise to the top. A leader wants to see them around them become stars. I've accomplished everything I could ever dream of as a football player. Now it's time for me to pay all that forward and give it to every other player and give it to an organization and to an offense, just like I had when I had great coaches and players around me as well.
Tell me Wright and Silverfield doesn't have a damn good staff over at the University of Memphis right now.
Unbelievable
I
staff.
mean, please tell me he doesn't. You got David over here. He's getting me fired up. But we always talk about Fred Smith, FedEx, and what they mean to this city, what they mean to the program. $5 million, $25 million, $5 million a year over the next 5 years for the athletic department. One thing that we don't talk about, and I just found this out today, y'all over there, the coaching staff, the support staff, those who are helping the kids get in there, the kids themselves, y'all have a 3.3 GPA? Is that what that was?
Yeah.
Team GPA.
3.3 team GPA. Our football team alone, up to date right now, has put in over 1,600 hours of community service work throughout Memphis and the surrounding areas. That's what type of program that you want to have. And, since I got here, something that's all over in the team meeting room, all over the facility. It's on the back of our semi. Everywhere we go, service, sacrifice, respect. And that's what it's all about when you have an organization and a program that buy into one goal, one opportunity per season, because the 2024 season is going to be a lot different than the 2023 season. And it's what can you learn from the season before to make yourself better in 2024. And our guys have bought into that. And we start on Tuesday getting it rolling.
You're starting on Tuesday, getting rolling on Monday. It's Memorial Day.
Yep.
You got a big old, team's going to get together for a big old
team
cookout.
meeting, team barbecue, getting everybody back together, and starting on Tuesday. The summer workouts will begin. Summer school starts. Like I said, how important it is to our program about getting our guys, on the field. And one of the things that they have on the field to go along with that GPA, we're one of the only schools in the country that we have a Tiger Scholar patch on your jersey if you have over a 3.0 GPA. If you're an NFL scout or if you're a coach and you see that, you're not worried about the guy's academics and what he brings and how his intelligence is going to translate to on the field.
How difficult is it to translate from college football star to the National Football League? You lived it, you did it, you were in the locker room for so many damn years. When you talk about that scholarship patch, how fast do you know when you meet somebody, not later in your years when you were working, you were like, oh, this kid's going to make it, or this kid doesn't have a chance?
No, I mean, you definitely do, based upon their preparation, their confidence, and being able to overcome failure, because it's going to happen on the field. You talk about scholarship players, and when you're in the NFL, at left tackle, that DN's getting paid a hell of a lot of money on that other side of the ball, too. But how do you handle adversity and bounce back? And what does it come to? It comes back to your work ethic and your preparation. I always believed if you put in the work and you sacrifice, whether it's time on the field, whether it's conditioning, because we all know fatigue makes cowards of us all. If you're tired in the fourth quarter and you're sucking and you're breathing, you're a coward. You're going to get taken over. And when you're on the O-line or the D-line, there's no tie. You either win or lose your battle. And to be able to overcome that and overcome a play in a 60, 70 snap game, you can't let play 11 become basically quicksand and pull you in as the rest of that game goes on. And you build that through preparation and through what you do is demonstrated ability. And I'm a firm believer when it comes to coaching. I've always felt this way. And the reason why I love it is it translates to every type of learning curve because everybody learns differently. I'm a firm believer in hear, see, do, see. You're going to hear me explain it. I'm going to show you, and you're going to see it demonstrated. You're going to do it yourself. Then you're going to see yourself do it. And it's rinse, wash, repeat. Just keep rolling.
I love that, man. You already sound like a coach. Now I got to get to some of your playing days. I really need to know this. Tom Coughlin.
Yes.
Tell me a little bit about him. What is he like personally? The way he was with the media, the way he's with the team, the way he's perceived. Who's the real Tom Coughlin?
The real Tom Coughlin is a coach that demanded and expected your best because he knew you were capable of it. And that's the one thing that you loved about him. Every single day he brought energy and passion and love to the game and love to our football team. And, as a man, good, bad, and different, all you want to know is where you stand. And he taught you that. Whether you're doing a good job or a bad job, you knew exactly where you stood as a player. And that's all you can ask for as a coach and have that mutual respect to where he's going to coach the hell out of you on the field. But when it comes off the field, he knows about your family. He knows your kids. And that was the family dynamic and why we had a championship culture in New York is because the Mara family and the Tisch family, it's not owned by a corporation. It's owned by families. And if you were to walk in on a regular day into the cafeteria during lunch, you could see the groundskeeper sitting with John Mara, who's the president and basic owner of the Giants right now. That's what type of continuity and feeling that you had walking into that building because you know how much goes into winning games on Sundays. So when you win, the whole building feels it. When you lose, the whole building feels it as well.
You just talked about John Mara and brought him up. I thought it was kind of interesting in the meetings lately they've been having about moving to an 18-game schedule in the National Football League. He's one of the only owners who's gone out there publicly and been against extending it to 18. He said that he knows it's going to bring in more revenue.
Yep.
He says he knows it's going to grow the league, it's more money. But basically he's saying is, there is already so much we are putting on these men's bodies. When is too much, too much? It's always about dollars and cents. What was it like to play for an owner like that? And then what do you honestly, in your opinion, think about going to an 18-game schedule?
Obviously it's going to get pushed towards that. And that's what they're going to talk about is the financial aspect of it, how it's going to raise the salary cap. But I know firsthand as an offensive lineman, somebody who plays in the trenches, that's where being a veteran is where you're using your brain more than your body. Because when you're a young player, I was a 21-year-old starting rookie right guard in the NFL. You're easily being
Wait, did you say you were 21 years old?
21, yeah. 21.
How old were you when you went to college?
My parents had to sign for me to go to college because I was not 18 years old. So
wow.
My parents had to sign for me to go to college to even start college football. So I was always the youngest. And that was one thing that, now, a lot of parents out there, and you see it across the board throughout high schools, there's times where, parents will hold their kids back. At that point, I was yelling at them. I'm like, why didn't you save me a year? Because I was always the youngest person in my class throughout from grade school all the way through college. So, I'm like, man, you think about when you were a freshman in college, when you could have still been a senior, you're like, I was good, but I could have dominated if I had one more extra year.
Yeah, that is absolutely the truth. My goodness, man. And there's a young kid that, there's some young kids. There's a kid, Austin Simmons, down at Ole Miss, who should be a junior in high school this year. And he's already finished his first year of playing, third-string quarterback for the Rebels and pitching for the Ole Miss baseball team. Yep. Freak of an athlete. I'm actually grateful, though, that people like you and him left high school so people like me could actually enjoy their high school careers. Now, I got to ask you again. 2008, you're at the Super Bowl. It's the first time you are playing the Patriots.
Yep.
You just got to tell me, what is Super Bowl week like and knowing that you're going to go against the Patriots and Tom Brady?
I think
and you are the big dog.
Well, I mean, number one, we called that basically our postseason of revenge because if you remember week 17, we lost at home to the Patriots when we already had our successful role where we knew we were making the playoffs. But we played our players, and we went out there, and we played one of our best games of the season. We lost by 3 points, and I'll never forget the feeling in that locker room going in after. And it wasn't mad because we lost the game. It was mad because we made the mistakes to make us lose that football game. And we're like, if that is the best team in football that's undefeated, and if we correct these things, there's no question what we can do moving forward here in the postseason. Went to Tampa and won, went to Dallas and won, went to Green Bay and played in minus 21-degree weather and
Crazy.
won. And both of those teams, the Dallas and the Packers, we lost to during the regular season. So when you go back and you get those opportunities again, you go out there and you lay it on the line because that's all you have left, or you're going home. And when we were in that season going into the Super Bowl game, at that point we won 10 and that Super Bowl was 11. We won 11 straight games on the road in 2007 and 08. I mean, we were road warriors. We went into stadiums. We had fourth quarter comebacks, 2-minute comebacks, and that was really what electrified our football team. And honestly, we always believed it, but I think that's what truly saw, that clutch factor that Eli has that the fan base finally saw. So then getting into the Super Bowl week, you want to make it as normal as possible. But, I mean, it's kind of hard when you have media day and you're not going to your facility, you're watching film in a different meeting room. But you also, at that point, understand, hey, what I did to get here was successful. I'm sticking with that same program. And so what we all talked about going into that week was we had two of the best people that could have talked in front of the room. We had Eli talk about the feeling of seeing his brother lose a Super Bowl, and Michael Strahan walk in front of the team and talk about losing the 2000 Super Bowl. You could see his face, his body language completely change as an individual because you never know if you're going to get this opportunity again. He talked about what it was like coming back to the city losing. He's like, you talk about the experience. The experience is for your family and for the fans, which that's what the Super Bowl's about. But when it comes down to business, you want to enjoy yourself, you want to have a party, let's come back here down Fifth Avenue as Super Bowl champs. And that's the way that we went into that game.
Damn. You getting me fired up to play a little football. I got to know, what was Michael Strahan like?
Unbelievable. I mean, you think about not only, on the field, off the field leader. What you see on TV is what you get. That's who he is. That's no persona. That's no fake. That's Michael Strahan. And, just to talk about him as a person, he's obviously met a million people. He meets fans after the games, this and that. I'll never forget, going into my second year, my mom standing outside the tunnel, she met Michael one time. He walked by, "Hi, Miss Deal, how are you? Good to see you." He remembered right away. That's the type of person that Michael Strahan is, let alone an ass kicker on the football field.
Man, you ain't
So you think about the players that we had to go against, whether it was Osi Umenyiora, JPP, Justin Tuck, Michael Strahan, Matthias Kiwanuka. Thursdays were go days, like in the NFL. Thursdays, short yardage, or Thursdays, blitz period, 2-minute drill, one-on-one pass pro. Like Thursdays are the days that you battle up against the defense. And we would have Steve Spagnuolo on the other side dialing up things to get one-on-ones with those DNs and D tackles that you would be sitting there like, holy crap, that is going to be tough to pick up. And then we'd get into a game and be like,
I was getting ready to say best defensive line was your defensive line.
They're not rotating guys in and out. They don't know our scheme, but that was the greatest thing about having those guys and that relationship that we had as a team and that culture is because people would see me and Osi Umenyiora, who was drafted in the second round. I was drafted in the fifth round. He and I came in together. He was the right D end. I was the left tackle. I mean, we'd be swinging at each other, fighting each other out there on the field. And then people would laugh because they'd come in the cafeteria, and there we are having lunch, laughing about it, but explaining what we saw and why we did to those, whether it was a pass rush move, why I took a certain set. And that's how you build that continuity. But moreover, that's where you become a better football player, and it travels across the board when you do that.
Iron sharpens iron.
Yes,
physically,
no
you know
doubt.
that. That's 100%
No
true.
doubt.
But the part that I liked what you said is y'all discussing it after what y'all did on the field to make each other better.
No question.
Like, hey, you know what? You doing this right here, you're tipping this. I can tell you're moving. I mean, I don't know. I have never played offensive line, brother. I'm sure you can tell.
And that's what people really, truly don't understand about offensive line and offensive line play. You've got to understand as an offensive lineman, you are playing based upon preparation and reaction, not hesitation. We're the only players on the field that don't know where the football's at because we can't see it. Think about everybody else on the field knows and locates where the ball is. Ours is based upon our movement, the movement of the defense, that's what's going to tell us where the ball's going. I may think the ball's going to be running to this gap, but when I'm maybe climbing to the linebacker, he's telling me something different. And that's where that cohesion amongst an offensive line and an offense has to be together so that everybody's on the same page. Because if one guy's off, it could be a catastrophe not only to the play, but to a player, especially a quarterback.
We talk about the difficulty of being a quarterback in the National Football League, knowing where everybody is at, making checks at the line, calling plays. I don't think people really understand, like you said, how difficult it is, the continuity that it takes. How much do you need to be together? And I'm bringing this up for one thing. You blocked for the main man in New York, Eli Manning.
Yep.
The new man in New York is for the Jets and Aaron Rodgers. He's coming off an Achilles. They brought in 3 offensive linemen. They brought in Tyron Smith, John Simpson, and Morgan Moss. That's your left tackle, that's your left guard, and that's your right tackle. So you got your
then they
center
drafted
guard.
Fashanu.
And
Penn State, yeah.
That's right, and they drafted the young kid. So you got a whole new offensive line. This is a guy in Aaron Rodgers who's 40 years old who just coming off an Achilles tear, which is hard enough in his sense. How much pressure is on this offensive line, and can they get things right? They put them in primetime 7 times.
Yeah, I you know what? And that's something that obviously it also depends on the circumstance and the situation and where you're making that adjustment. Are those offensive linemen coming from a different scheme? Are they coming off of an injury? Are they coming from a place where maybe, hey, we didn't have the quarterback, but he was efficient in the run game, and he's a mauler. We can help him out in the way that we ate and move the football. And you have to put into the fact that you have the all-time equalizer when it comes to that, Aaron Rodgers, getting the ball under center every single time. So I honestly, for me as a person, that's obviously something that you don't want to deal with year in, year out. But when you truly look at the circumstance and why the Jets did it, is because, number one, they had to, because the offensive line was terrible and was a weakness of their football team. Number two, they are taking everything they have,
and
no break, full gas.
All the money to
They're
the table.
throwing all the money in because who knows that this is probably the last opportunity and the last, let's say, all-in aspect that they can really sit here and say that they've done. And when it comes to the offensive line, the reason why I like what they did was you bring in John Simpson, who was a Clemson guy, started every single rep on the offensive line last year for the Baltimore Ravens, only gave up 2 sacks. He's 26 years old. So you pair up that guard with Elijah Vera Tucker, who's 25. Now you've got a young interior. Then you look at the tackle situation. You've got Tyron Smith. You've got Morgan Moses. And then you bring in Fashanu.
Tyron Smith worries me, though, because this is his 14th year in the league.
When he's healthy, he's one of the best tackles in the league. When he's not, that's where it can worry you. But at the same time, when you think about the depth and the future of the organization and the offensive line, you're going to have a first-round, 21-year-old draft pick out of Penn State learning from Tyron Smith in that O-line room. That's something you can't duplicate or replace. So now you have 3 tackles that can play. Morgan Moses was on the Jets, what was it, in 2022 or 2021? So he was already there. So now you have that continuity that he already knows the program. He's already been in the system. He's already been coached by Robert Saleh. Now you add those guys into the equation with the skill set positions that they have on the outside and Breece Hall running the football, aiding now finally that defense, which played very well in 2023. Now they're pushing for that division.
Breece Hall's a guy I'd like to block for. Who is your favorite running back to block for?
I can't pick out one.
You give me like some reasons, a few guys, and some of the reasons you loved blocking for them.
All right. So obviously, starting off with my career, Tiki Barber was the most intelligent football player that I've ever been around when it came to being a skilled position player.
Damn, they say that about his brother Rondé down in Tampa.
He was absolutely brilliant. Number one, you never saw him take a big hit, yet he took every single yard, was always going north and south, but would go down, get out of bounds. He's not taking those extra hits because we were a downhill run, fit, gap scheme offense and offensive line at that point. So when you add that into the equation, that he's not taking hits, that he's very intelligent with the way that he can read and diagnose where the blocks and where the defense is going to take it, he was the first player to run watching the Jumbotron to see where the defense was, because he wasn't a breakaway speed guy. He was a get to the point and angles guy and be able to beat them to that point. And the biggest thing that I ever learned as a 21-year-old pulling guard from, we used to pull scissors. We'd pull left, we'd pull right, and I was the right guard. I never knew why he was doing it till I asked him one time when I broke into the starting lineup, he would put his hand on the lower of your back on where he was going to take the ball. Because, like I said, he's behind you and he sees the total picture. If I'm climbing to the second level and a linebacker's taking a certain angle, I know where I want to key it. But he's already telling me by where he's putting his hand in my lower back of where he wants to take the football. So if he's pointing inside, I'm going to say, okay, I'm going to act like I'm going to stretch him wide. He's going to jump. Then I can wheel him to the sidelines, and Tiki's taking it right inside of me. If he's now saying, hey, I'm going to take it outside, I'm going to slow play it a little bit to instead of going all the way to that outside armpit, I'm going to take it more to the inside V, maybe to that outside eye, because I want him to hang a little bit thinking that it's going to bounce back. And now it shoots out and it bounces to the perimeter.
Man, I could talk to you all day, David. I got to pay some bills. He protected Eli Manning, who bleeds Ole Miss through and through. Now David Deal bleeds blue. He's with the University of Memphis. Hopefully I get you back on the show a whole lot more. And we're definitely going to jump into a whole lot more. We're going to go from educating you with David Deal to basically making you a little dumber with T-Money and Uncle Brasky, the two best degenerate gamblers in the Mid-South. Sports 56, 98.5 FM.
Be sure to follow us at Sports 56 WHBQ on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube to watch live video of our shows, stay up to date with station events, and have chances to win prizes. Don't miss out on anything that's going on. Follow us at Sports 56 WHBQ.
Includes all rebates and incentives. Price excludes $695 PF. Lease includes PF $695. $650 acquisition fee. EV6 P5610964. MSRP $50,200. Telluride RG 510 $849. MSRP $38,305. Forte LXS RE 78169. MSRP $21,820. Must finance through Hyundai. Excludes tax title and license. See dealer for complete details. Offer valid through 5/31/2024 with approved credit. Dealers.com. I got Jeff Allen on the line to hear about some crazy deals happening at Gossett Kia South Mount Moriah.
Randy, I'd love to give all our customers our best deal. 2024 Kia Forte LXS gets 41 MPG highway, $199 a month, $34.99 due at signing. 282 miles EPA estimated range will get you where you want to go in the 2023 Kia EV6 Win, $249 a month, plus a 2024 Telluride LX, $357 a month. Both $39.99 due at signing and 24-month lease.
And 0% for 48 months on 2024 EV9 and peace of mind with a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty.
So whether you live in Horn Lake, South Haven, Olive Branch, or Memphis, we'll make you happy at Gossett Kia South on Mount Moriah.
Rick's Powder Coating for a beautiful finish every time. Rick's Powder Coating specializes in automotive, ornamental, residential, and industrial coating. With 2 conveyor lines and the largest batch ovens in the Mid-South, Rick's can accommodate all of your powder coating needs. Locally owned and operated since 2002, Rick's Powder Coating will customize a beautiful finish just for you. Drop by or call to see how Rick's Powder Coating can bring color to your life. 901-367-2771 or rickspowdercoating.com.
Extraordinary events come once in a blue moon, and right now, even the most extravagant luxuries are well within reach. The one and only May sale is back at Sissy's Log Cabin, and you can save up to 50% on nearly everything in the store. This is your chance to get the service, selection, and experience that makes you feel like family at the best prices of the year, guaranteed. Don't miss the one and only May sale at Sissy's Log Cabin, because life's too short for ordinary jewelry.
Hi, this is Troy Fiveash, owner of Fiveash Roofing. In these uncertain economic times, there are so many things as a contractor and a business owner that I cannot control. The rising cost of materials, not to mention fuel and transportation costs. In the last 2 years, shingle prices have almost doubled and commercial materials have doubled. And I don't have to tell you what fuel costs these days. But you know what I can control? How much markup I put on a project. I have always prided myself in knowing I never gouge a customer. But in an effort to ensure my crews have work and my customers are being treated fairly, I have lowered my profit margin, hoping to give you a price you can live with and keeping my crews busy. So if you need a roof or gutters, please give us a call. Fiveash Roofing, fair, honest, and ethical. Fiveash Roofing, a proud sponsor of Tiger Athletics and a member of the Tigers home team. 367-0050 or memphisroofer.com. 367-0050 or memphisroofer.com.
Fiveash Roofing, it's what we do. We're here for you.
Get
Get ready because the Gossett Mitsubishi Motors Summer Sales Event is on, and now is the best time to buy. You want 43 MPG Highway? We Gossett in 2024 Mitsubishi Mirage, $18,960 or $279 a month. 2024 Mitsubishi Outlander Sport. We Gossett, $27,350 or $399 per month. And your summer adventure starts with 2024 Mitsubishi Outlander SE. We Gossett, $29,865 or $449 a month. Plus, every Gossett Mitsubishi comes with Mitsubishi's 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty. That's Gossett Mitsubishi, 1870 Covington Pike, online 24/7 at memphismitsubishi.com.
If you want it, we Gossett and Gossett Motor Cars.
Mirage RHFO 9083, MSRP 19460, Sport RUO 110 764, MSRP 28070, Outlander RZO 53896, MSRP 30895, PF 695, acquisition fee 595, 15 cents excess mileage, excludes tax, title, and license. See dealer for complete details. Offer valid to end of the month with approved credit dealer stock only.
Today, I consider myself the luckiest man on the face of the earth.
Now, back to Sports 56 Happy Hour on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. This hour is brought to you by Tito's Vodka. Here once again, Johnny Radio.
Welcome back to a little Sports 56 Happy Hour. I'm your buddy, Johnny Radio. And it is a wonderful Friday. We just talked with Big Ten champ, two-time Super Bowl champ, David Deal, now over here coaching at the University of Memphis, making them Tigers, baby, a little bit better every single day. That was a lot of fun. I forgot to tell him, man, did you see that Eli and Peyton, they got a damn Emmy the other day for their Manning cast?
Did they really?
Yeah,
Good
bro.
for them.
Man, they tearing it up. My man protected Eli's backside so he could still look good to go get that Emmy. Now, we got to switch gears. We're going to go from learning things to just getting a little bit dumber. But it's okay because widespread panic's in town. We're going to be wiggling all night, having a whole lot of fun. And now we're joined by T-Money and Uncle Brasky. T-Money, when it rains, can you crappie fish?
Oh, absolutely, Johnny. You got to wait for it to kind of calm down. But Mikey Lina and I, we caught a lot of crappie in the rain.
Damn, just get a little crappie in the rain.
You could just put you a little jacket on or something. It ain't that bad out there. You know, I'm not saying you go out there with, with pouring down rain and lightning and thunder and all that. But if it's just a little sprinkle, Johnny, you go catch you as many crappie as you want down there at Woodland Lake.
Man.
And speaking of getting dumber, by the way, you said it. Y'all are going to be at Wiggling all week.
Yes, I'm really excited, man. You would not believe how much preparation has gone into me getting ready for this weekend.
I know you gave me a little rundown on what you were doing yesterday, kind of how you were cleaning yourself up.
Dude.
You were going to the gym all week.
All week I have been as clean as a whistle. All week. Also baked 60 cookies.
Mine. Did Jay Ham help you?
Actually, yes.
Man, that's my guy. I love Jay Ham. Shout out Jay Ham. I got with a mutual friend of ours, Lil George, a couple weeks ago, Jay Ham. Holler at me, Jay Ham.
He will. But yeah, I got 60 cookies. We got a little fungus. We're about to get down and wiggle with a little widespread panic, so you know I'm in a good place. First, I got to bring in the Uncle Brasky and say, what up? How you doing, man? Ole Miss baseball season's over. How bad? How painful was that walk-off home run?
Well, Johnny, it's just the way the season ended. I'm glad it's over. I'm glad I don't have to watch it anymore. My hopes have been shot. I mean, they were shot halfway through the season, but I'm just glad I do not have to watch it anymore.
Man,
we're gearing up for football. We've got 99 days till football.
99 days till football. Is that correct?
You bought your tickets to Atlanta yet?
Not yet. I'm not jinxing myself. Money,
because you usually do that. You usually get you a hotel room, and you got your SEC championship tickets together, and you got plans.
I never understood that. I didn't think you had to go. I don't understand. So you really have to get hotel reservations for the Motel 6?
No. You got, man, I stay over there in the nice part of town. I'm not over there with the crack hose on the other side. Come on, man. I'm in walking distance to it. The bad news is we got to get there, and they've got our win total at 9.5 this year.
Oh, man, y'all are definitely going under.
I don't think so. You look at that schedule,
Man.
I'm thinking we get to at least 11 wins, possibly 12.
T-Money, I
y'all
got
got
a
Georgia?
premonition. I had David Deal in studio just a minute ago. He blocked for Eli Manning, who you know is a huge Ole Miss fan. Ole Miss is going to make the college football playoff. David Deal coaches over at the University of Memphis. Memphis is going to make the college football playoff.
That's right, baby.
Both teams are going to the college football playoff this year.
Man, that would be huge for this area and college football in general down here in the Mid-South. That would just be awesome.
It'd be bigger than Mempho Fest with Goose coming this year.
Oh, is Goose coming to Memphis?
Hell yeah, Goose is coming. Goose.
I know.
Johnny, where's Widespread Panic playing?
At Radiance Amphitheater.
Where's that?
The outdoor place over by Audubon. You know,
Oh,
Cancer
y'all be
Survival
going
Park.
jiggly in the mud over there.
Heck yeah, man. Hey, there ain't no problem wiggling in the mud. I can wiggle anywhere.
Okay, I didn't know where that Radiance Amphitheater was. I thought it was just called the Botanical Garden.
Oh yeah. That works too, though. We got a lot of stuff to get into this weekend. I'm fired up. I got to get to it though. First and foremost, I got to ask something. Did y'all bring me some bets so I can make a little money?
Well, that's what we do, Johnny. I mean, that's what we do. I mean, you know, Uncle Bradsky and I, we talk about it, you know, all the time about what we're going to gamble on and what we're looking at. You know, the College World Series is fun. I've been watching a little of that SEC on the SEC network. They flat makes me turn the channel to the balls yesterday. We were trying to watch golf and Charles Schwab, and he wants to watch
Tennessee and Texas A&M.
A&M tried to come back on
I'm
them
sorry,
there.
I'm with Slap there, bro. Who wants to watch Charles Schwab play golf?
I agreed with him. I got the remote control pretty quick and switched it over. We couldn't find this. It was 866 on Comcast, and we were down in the 20s. And he was getting a little frustrated. He's like, "Money, you need to be finding to get my balls on." He's going up there trying to change coming back behind the bar, trying to get the remote. I mean, Slap was flat clowning yesterday a little bit.
Damn, dude. Sounds like a crazy radio guy. I know it clowns a little bit up there.
That radio guy, he's off the chain from time to time. We got to keep him under control. And, Johnny, we put some bets together for you today. And just remember, Johnny, I don't know your bankroll any more than you know mine. And with that being said, we got to stick with the NBA playoffs. We like the over tonight, 207.5, 207. I think it's just right there, 207. With Dallas and Minnesota, I think it goes over. I think they're at the time where they're scoring 30 points a quarter. Kyrie or not Kyrie, but I'm thinking Conley, our guy Conley. That's who I want to win is our guy Conley, so the conductor can get him one. And don't we have another guy, a Tiger on there, Josh Minot? Isn't he on there?
That's right.
Yes, yeah, but you won't see him play.
He's on the end of the bench over there.
Yeah, you will see though Slow-Mo, who's terrible and he shouldn't be playing.
Well, I've noticed he was on that team too, and we got Slow-Mo on. He's Slow-Mo. He's terrible. When your nickname is Slow-Mo.
Yeah, that's that. Yeah, man, and he looked absolutely terrible. So that's the one thing that scares me. I mean, Rudy got worked by Gafford and Lively. He's got to play a lot better down low. Karl Anthony Towns needs to go and take advantage of his size and stop just sitting on the 3-point line throwing up bricks. Jaden McDaniels, just do what you've been doing. My man has been flat out on fire. And Ant-Man, you can't guard Kyrie and then also play on the offense. I know you're a two-way player, but damn, he had you so winded it wasn't even funny. Dude, think about this. Ant-Man scored one basket inside the 3-point line.
That's just not like him. I thought he was Jordan last series.
I know, he looked like it.
I mean, because he had one little take.
Now he looked like, now he was Jordan in the first series. Now he looked like Wizard Jordan.
Wizard Jordan. He looked like he
Hands
couldn't
on
take
his
over
knees.
a Park game.
Yeah, I think it's bad. All right, so I got one game. We're going over 207.
We got one game. We got that over, Johnny. We like that over to 207, 207.5 or whatever it's going to end up. Now, I've been riding a hot streak here, Johnny, with this baseball on Major League Baseball. This hot streak I've been on, with the Cleveland Indians, taking the overs and the unders on them. I've hit about 3 weeks in a row. And I don't like really the matchup with the Angels tonight on the score, but I do think the Indians win. They're one of the best teams in baseball. I'm going to take the Indians tonight. Logan Allen's on the mound. He's a 5-2. He got a little inflated ERA, Johnny, but he got roped in the beginning of the season. I think he only lasted like 1 1/3 or 2/3 of an inning and gave
He's been
up
good over the last month.
He's been very, very good over the last month. And that bull, I'll tell you what, that Cleveland Indians staff is probably the most underrated staff in Major League Baseball. I mean, they got some dudes that out there flat dealing. But and then Patrick Sandoval's on the other side of things with the Angel, and he's just flat awful. So I think the Indians are going to ride a hot streak. Jose Ramirez, we need to start talking about him now as being the MVP of the league. Jose Ramirez, he's going to lead the league in RBIs. He's a leader of a team in first place. We need to start talking about it. He's an MVP type guy. So I'm taking the Indians tonight. Again, we're going to ride this Indians.
Dude, they've won 6 in a row. They're winners of 9 of their last 10, and this is a team that's tied for first in the loss column. They only have 17 losses on the season, and they're tied in the American League with the great Yankees.
That's right, baby. I'm telling you, the Cleveland Indians, and they got one of the smaller payrolls that they've always had. The Dolans don't like spending.
And Justin Bieber's not even playing.
And we got Biebs on the 60-day DL. He may never come back.
I mean, it's pretty impressive. I got to give you credit for the Guardians. And again, the Indians is what you call them, and they're called the Guardians because, again, the Guardians is a bridge in Cleveland that has, I think the story for the Guardian Bridge is it's the bridge with the most DUIs in the whole state of Ohio.
Absolutely, and I've got an uncle and I've got a cousin that's got 2 of them on that bridge up there.
Yeah, I wouldn't call it the Guardians either. Name them after a bridge.
Man, your baseball team's named after a bridge. I'd have been okay if they went back with the Cleveland Spiders. You know, that's what they were originally called before they were called the Indians because they had the first 2 Native American baseball players on their team, and the writer said, man, we should just be the Cleveland Indians, and it stuck. So it was a respect thing, and that's why I keep calling them the Indians. I'll never call them the Guardians. I told everybody in my family in Ohio, I said, don't send me nothing that says Guardians on it because it will be returned to sender. I still love Chief Wahoo. I still got my Wahoo hat, man. Go Indians.
And you got your Joe Boo bobblehead, man.
Dang right I do.
All right,
That's
man.
right.
Now I need to know this right now. Brasky, what you betting on?
Yes, sir.
What you betting on, man?
Well, let me tell you, I'm going to get that frog here. I'm going to get y'all started early today. We got 3 o'clock SEC tournament kicks off. I like the South Carolina-Kentucky game to go under 13.5 run.
Ooh. Damn, that thing is 13.5. Whew.
Mm-hmm. I like the under. That's a big old field there.
Yeah, it is.
You know, I mean, it's just hard to rope them out of there, you know, if the wind's not right. And then I'm going to tell you, for the nickel play this week, we're going to follow up right behind that Kentucky game. I like put you a nickel on Mississippi State plus 175 against Tennessee.
Ooh.
Tennessee's got no reason to be there.
Yeah,
why do you want to play some extra days when you could be rested and getting ready for the
regional.
Hosting a regional and a super regional?
I agree with you 100%. I don't think Tony Vitello's really cared about an SEC championship. It goes too long anyway. It should be single elimination throughout.
Exactly. I mean, you know, they're getting short on pitching. You know, once you get through this tournament, you start running short on pitching. You want to give you guys some rest for next week. I see Mississippi State winning this game, going to cash at plus 175 on 100.
I like that.
And
what's the dime bag of funk?
The dime bag specialist still, I know we got ripped last week by a run back late in the game. We're taking the Birmingham Stallions minus 8.5 over the San Antonio Brahmas.
So the Birmingham Stallions, you're telling me your boy Matt Corral can't even start for them and you're still supporting him?
I do, because Martinez runs all over the place. Watch that guy run. He runs like a gazelle. Sideline to side. I mean, he gets first downs. He's awesome. They'll end up trading Corral to another team.
You don't want to go. It's north and south, Uncle Brasky.
Well, I understand, but you got to start going around the end, and when he comes around the end, then he goes north or south another 15 yards once he gets around the end.
They told me put one leg in the ground and get upfield, son.
Okay, well, do you want 2 yards or 25?
Well, you don't go east or west. You put 1 foot in the ground, you get upfield, you run somebody over, you run past them like D'Angelo Williams used to do the Ole Miss Rebels back in the day.
Man, give me a break. D'Angelo, come on, man.
I went down there when D'Angelo was down there running all over y'all, and we were in the bathroom, and some of your ilk down there, they told me they start laughing because we had D'Angelo for Heisman shirt, and he said, "Ha! D'Angelo for Heisman. That's a joke." And you know what I said? I said, kind of like Deuce for Heisman. That was a joke. He tried to bow up on me over Deuce McAllister.
Deuce McAllister at least was a SEC running back. That guy had yards, dove over the top when he had, man.
Deuce McAllister.
Deuce had a longer NFL career than
D'Angelo Williams is in the College Football Hall of Fame. Deuce McAllister is not.
Our guys are in the Pro Football Hall of Fame, not the college.
Deuce McAllister?
I'm sure he'll get there one day. He played for the Saints for how many years?
Yeah, he played a long, very, very, very
I think he played about 11 years.
He finished his career with only 6,096 yards, though. However, I don't see that getting you in the Hall, buddy.
No, I don't either. But
a year.
Doesn't matter. He was a stud.
So
it doesn't matter. But what I'm talking about, just wait till this year. I'm smelling. Look, our schedule is perfect. We don't have Alabama. We don't have Auburn. We have Georgia at Oxford, Oklahoma at Oxford, and LSU at LSU.
Well, Memphis is going to go beat Florida State on the road. What do you say about that, Money?
Ooh, I love it. Man, I wish I could go down there. I'm not going to be able to make it. But I'm glad. I hope the Tigers travel well, and I hope the FSU fans are as nice as the Ole Miss fans has always been to us over the years.
All right, boys.
Where are they playing? Is that one of the kickoff games?
No,
that's in Tallahassee.
In Tallahassee.
Oh, it is in Tallahassee, not Orlando, like it's one of the kickoff games or anything.
No, it's not in Tallahassee.
The Atlanta kickoff game this year is going to be Clemson and Georgia. Did you know that?
Yeah, I can't wait to see Dabo get slapped in the face.
You know he is. He's still not hitting that transfer portal, is he?
Nope, he's still not doing it. Says he's not. He's
run out.
Man, he's got all that. Man,
they don't believe it.
He's crazy. He's crazy. Listen, gentlemen, I love you all. I got to pay some bills, and then I got to go wiggle. Tell everybody you love them and goodbye.
We love y'all. Goodbye. A broke man's a dangerous man. And you got
take your umbrella, Johnny, tonight.
Later, gentlemen. Back in Touche Sports 56, 98.5 FM.
Broadcasting from the Family Leisure Studio, we are Sports 56 and 98.5 FM.
It's time to have a good time at Mugshots Grill and Bar in Olive Branch and Collierville. Come by for half-price happy hour 2 to 6 Monday through Friday with domestic drafts and $3 snacks. Then try one of Mugshot's 19 specialty burgers, including the Mugshot Burger. Finish it in 12 minutes and it's free. Plus, you get a free shirt. Mugshots in Olive Branch, 6400 Goodman Road, and Mugshots in Collierville, 656 West Poplar. So cheers to great food, good drinks, and fun company at Mugshots Grill and Bar, where you're always having a good time.
Hey everybody, is your family road trip ready for summer? All-Star Chevy right here in Olive Branch is ready with your Silverado, Tahoe, or Suburban. And get up to 30 miles per gallon with your new All-Star Chevy Equinox or Trailblazer. Financing down to 1.9 and no payments for a full 90 days of summer. All-Star Chevy has a great deal on new 24 Blazer EVs. Get charged up for this 36-month lease on a Blazer EV at just $369 a month. Only $2,500 down and the usual tax, title, and license. For details, ask any sales consultant. And I'm looking at a ton of Silverados out here in Olive Branch. Discounts up to $10,500 and 1.9 financing. College students and grads, military, teachers, healthcare. You get an extra $500 bonus. You want pre-owned? Everything you want is here. All the Jeeps and trucks and even your Corvette. And as we celebrate Memorial Day, our friends at All-Star Chevy asked me to remind everyone to remember all those who have made the ultimate sacrifice serving our country. Together, let's drive to All-Star Chevy in Olive Branch today or go to allstarautogroup.com.
Tuning into this station was the first best thing you have done today. This is Sheldon Rosengarten, and I'm with you, Mallory, and we are both with Mark's Benstorff Realtors. What's the next thing we can advise people to do if they are selling their home?
The next best thing? Remember, Sheldon, the real estate market is changing, and you need honest, forthright help navigating the new environment. Doing it on your own is like driving a car in a blinding snowstorm.
Correct, you. The upcoming changes will mean a lot for both buyers and sellers, and that's why we always advise people to talk to 2 to 3 real estate brokers and make sure that we are one of them.
Sheldon, 2 to 3 real estate brokers? Really? Like 2 to 3 tee shots you always take?
Yes, you. It's important to have a choice, whether in real estate or in golf. Now, back into the fairway, and to find out how you will move you, call him at 497-9756, or find out why they often say when you want the job done, call Shell Done at 483-0546 or memphisrelocate.com. That's 483-0546.
Anticipation is building for Memphis football.
3, 2, 1, that's your winner!
With a cast of returning stars ready for the big stage.
Rock Taylor, touchdown Tigers!
The momentum for Memphis football is on the rise.
Harrigan into the end zone. Tiger touchdown. He just wouldn't be denied.
It's time to pounce. So purchase your tickets today at GoTigersGo.com.
It's time to get to Gossett Kia on the Pike so Bobby J can put you in your new Kia today. Want summer fun and 41 MPG? We Gossett with 2024 Kia Forte LXS. $199 a month, $34.99 due at signing. How about 282 miles of EPA estimated range with new 2023 Kia EV6 Win, $249 a month. Get extra room and extra fun with 2024 Kia Telluride LX, $357 a month, both $39.99 due at signing, all 24-month lease, plus 0% APR for 48 months available on the all-new Kia EV9. And peace of mind with Kia's 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty. So hurry to Gossett Kia, 1900 Covington Pike, online, KiaCovingtonPike.com.
If you want it, we got it at Gossett Motor Cars.
Include all rebates and incentives. Price excludes $695 PF. Lease includes PF $695, $650 acquisition fee, EV6, P5610964, MSRP $50,200, Telluride RG $510,849, MSRP $38,305, Forte LXS RE $781,69, MSRP $21,820. Plus finance through Hyundai. Excludes tax, title, and license. See dealer for complete details. Offer valid through 5/31/2024 with approved credit. Dealer stock only.
4.9 liter V8, 0 to 60, and I'm about to find out.
Now, back to Sports 56 Happy Hour on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. This hour is brought to you by Tito's Vodka. Here once again, Johnny Radio.
Welcome back to a little Sports 56 Happy Hour. I'm your buddy Johnny Radio, hanging out with Bryant Dacus. Got to say, Dacus, as a former producer, if the host of the show was talking about widespread panic all day, I might have played a little Panic, bro.
Oh, I'm sorry. I don't know much Panic.
Dude, having a good time. Everybody knows
What
that
kind of
one.
what kind of music do they play? Like what? Like if you had to describe
Jam band.
it. Oh, okay. I see. I saw my first jam band at that festival I went to a couple.
It was fun, wasn't it?
It actually was. When they started playing, I was like, I don't know about these guys. And then by the time it was done, I was like, that
You're
was
like,
awesome.
These dudes actually can play music. They don't need like a bunch of auto-tune or whatever
That's
the hell.
right. Yeah, it was actually really good, and I've been kind of listening to them ever since.
Yeah, I like it. I like it. Man, we got news that just broke. Marvin Harrison Jr. has finally signed his rookie deal. So guess what that means, people? You can now get his jersey.
How about that? Finally. I mean, it feels like everybody's been waiting
Waiting
forever.
Waiting forever. Now, today was a lot of fun, man. We talked with Jay Ham, the historian. He's all about a little NBA. We educated you, made you a little bit wiser. Then we brought on David Deal, who we learned a lot about the University of Memphis, the New York Football Giants, Tom Coughlin, Eli Manning, everything about football. He's got me fired up. I'm ready to go run through a brick wall. And then we also talked with my favorite degenerates, T-Money and Uncle Brasky, and we got a few bets from them. Now, I disagree with T-Money.
Oh, do you?
He said go over 207. I have a feeling that Minnesota is going to come out with a better defensive effort. And the Mavericks stealing game one, I can see this thing in the fourth quarter. Timberwolves got a nice little lead. I can see them almost like calling off the dogs just by human nature almost. You know what I'm saying? Like this is a team that I have seen them chill at times. You know, Luka, like he'll have a game where he doesn't complain and he doesn't whine. But remember when they played the Thunder at first game, like they threw that junk out the door. So every once in a while, they'll have a stinker, and I think tonight's going to be a stinker. I think it's going to be a low-scoring game, and I definitely think Minnesota wins. I know in Denver, in the Western Conference, that Denver started the series 0-2. We went 7 games, and it was awesome. I don't see Minnesota starting off at their house 0-2 and then having to head back to Dallas. If they start 0-2, this Timberwolves team is in some serious trouble. I think you're going to see a lot better effort from Ant-Man. I do think they're going to have to work on something. You got to have somebody else on Kyrie at some times because he cannot. Yeah. Oh, there's a little panic.
These your boys?
Yeah.
I thought we could do this as your outro music, Seth.
Dig that. So that mean I have to go?
You got a couple seconds.
Got a couple seconds. Well, I hope everybody does me a big favor, takes the under and wins. But most of all, enjoy your Memorial Day weekend. Again, thank you for your service. Y'all get out there, make this world a better place. We're going to see you on the flip side. Peace.